There you're taking a live look at the opening bells here. Oh yeah, ring it twice. Why not? It's Monday. Let's get pumped. Okay, 3 times is a little much. Digital Realty ringing the opening bell, as you heard, at the New York Stock Exchange. And then you've also got Sportico ringing the opening bell at the Nasdaq. That just sounds cool to say. Sportico. All right, anyway, let's take a look at how things kick off today's trading day. The Dow Jones Industrial Average flat, just barely to the downside here. We were seeing some of this mixed activity coming into the start of trade in the futures. That's transpiring here at the opening cross as well. The Nasdaq is it's a flat, just barely to the downside as of right now, down by about 0.1%. The S&P 500 flat, just barely to the upside here. Let's take a look at some of the heat map activity here. Let's go to the sectors as we're taking a look at the 11 S&P 500 sectors. Utilities right now bringing up the caboose. It's down to start the day by about 0.9%. But take a look at the materials sector. It's up by about 0.8% as of right now. We'll see if it can hold on to those gains. Looks like more gainers than laggards as of right now. We'll continue to track that as we go on throughout the session. You also got a look at energy that's also leading the pack here. Things are shifting, moving around for much more on this shift and this movement. Let's get on to Jared Blikre for a look at what's moving. Hey, Jared.
Hey there. Well, lots shifting here, so let's take a look at the S&P 500 coming off of its second straight down week. And let me just put the prior 10 days price action on here, and you can see we took a little bit of a dip, and we're still pricing in a bunch of macro stuff. And of course, we've got a lot of macro stuff this week, from the election to a Fed meeting to price in all the way into Friday. So there's a lot going on, but we're still camping out very near highs. Here's the year to date in the S&P 500, up a cool 20%. Here's the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is up 21%, so basically in the same boat. Just recently coming off of record highs, but kind of a tease. It looks like that was kind of a false break to the upside. So we got sucked back into the range, the upper end of this range, and now we're just bouncing around looking for direction. And again, no shortage of catalysts. I got to take a look at the bond market here, and this move, so this is a year-to-date chart. This move right here to the upside has concerned a lot of people, a lot of traders, that this is too far, too fast, and this is going to upset equities. We might have seen a little bit of that, but if this is the end, if we saw 4.35% as the upper end of this move here, that probably bodes well, because I would expect this range to get digested for a while. Without new highs, we don't have a lot impeding stocks outside of all these other catalysts that we're talking about. Let's take a look at the sector action. Energy was leading before the market opened. It is leading again now. Utilities trading to the downside, down about 1%. Wanted to check out some of the things going on in the futures market. Copper, HG equals F, was pointing up this morning. And let me show you a year-to-date chart. It is jumping by the most in a couple weeks here, and it is still arguably in the middle of this big trading range, and it's kind of searching for direction. But let me just show you a 1-month chart so you can see how we're jumping off of some of these levels. I would watch this, but probably not make too much of this in the interim. And then silver, got to take a look at silver as well. That's bouncing back after a big couple down sessions last week, but basically silver fell into prior support. I'm going to show a year-to-date chart, and here we go. We had this breakout, and then we came back and tested the prior breakout level. Very normal in a bull market, so we'll have to see if silver holds these levels, should be able to advance even further. And of course, we'll be watching gold as well, guys.
All right, Jared, thanks so much for breaking down the early trading action that we're seeing here this morning.